All right. Hey, it's Lou Bortone. How you doing? Welcome back. I'm with my friend and colleague, Melanie Curtis. Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Lou.
Thank you
Hi,
for being here.
everyone.
Good. People describe you, I've seen you described in presentations as a professional badass. So that's kind of cool.
Fine.
I'm going to
I'll
go
take
with
it.
that. So, but
I might
I
as well
know,
just allow it.
and Melanie jumps out of airplanes,
I do.
hopefully, parachutes and all that stuff. How many times have you done that?
11,000.
That is unbelievable.
It's kind of nuts. It does inform how I now help people as a life coach, overcoming fear and understanding and employing courage. So it,
Yes.
it, it actually quite informs my work now as a life coach for
That's
sure.
great. That's so cool. What an interesting transition. And oh my God, I just can't even imagine. 11. So you started when you were 4.
I started when I was 18. Yeah, I've been jumping almost 23 years, getting close.
Wow, that's
I'm in
amazing.
my 23rd year. Yeah.
Congrats. And aside from being that badass, jumping out of planes self, you also do life coaching. So, and you know what? I remember Melanie actually talked me off the ledge one time really well in the coaching session. Thank you. I was in like a complete, spiral, and you talked me off the ledge. So thanks for that.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
fear and our brain can be very powerful. It's very normal for us to ramp up on a certain thought when we're
Hmm.
facing a certain situation. It totally helps to have an outside objective sounding board to
Yeah.
even entertain new ideas in different directions we can go and
Hmm.
challenge.
So most of your clients that come to you for life coaching, are they do they come from a particular niche, or is it all across the board?
It's across the board. A lot of people still come to me through the skydiving community because I have a
Mhm.
lot of trust built there. And it's
Yeah.
funny thinking about talking to you and thinking about how video supports my brand and business. It's certainly as a professional skydiver, you do
Mhm.
videos all the time. You wear the GoPro on your head, and I
Yeah.
take, fun ground footage and I do some editing of my own and put that out there. And that helps me promote my skydiving coaching group online and stuff like that,
Hmm.
but I also do
Exactly.
it in terms
So,
of talking head stuff and interviews like you're doing right now.
hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do, as you can tell, I do these very informally and casually. You can probably hear Rocco. That means the UPS guy is here. So it's just timing never fails. So I'm
It
just,
never fails. Well, you know what, Matil, my cat, she'll probably at some point come and like jump up here and
yeah.
be a part of it. So
And we
here,
just forge ahead. So, and that's part of the video thing too.
forging on.
Going to go. And you have used video really, really successfully. So sort of the underlying theme or thread of these interviews that I've been doing is how are folks using video and how is it working for them? So you've been doing it for a while though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've always been a one, and this is the straight up funny truth, but
Mhm.
one of my favorite things in life
Mhm.
is to make funny spoof movies with my friends.
Yeah.
So like in skydiving, and it started because we would do these film festivals in the community of skydiving.
Mhm.
And I just love comedy and hilarity. Like that's one of my main core values in life
Yeah.
is laughs and lightness and humor. And so it's so fun to me to find my friends and who are not actors and myself who is not an actor, but just to find and make these funny movies, but with the idea and the
Mhm.
goal of adding value also to my audience.
Yeah.
So I believe that finding laughs and giving people laughs and stuff, also insight, certainly if possible. So it's like my video sort of goes across the board. It's the
Mhm.
skydiving edits, the funny movies for sure, and
Yeah.
the talking head life coach stuff. I really, editing the video takes time, but
Yeah.
those are some of my most well received videos because you're able to insert a little bit of humor with just
Right.
like a little bit of cutting.
Yeah.
But I find that that also can hold people back in producing content at all. And
Mhm.
so there's also a part of me that just gets on and goes for it and lets it all be real, like
Right.
this too.
Mhm. Yeah. Which is great, and you've had a lot of success with those videos as well, right? I mean,
Thank you.
sometimes when you just kind of show up and go.
Yeah, I mean, because people want to be a part of a useful and educational and inspirational and real conversation. So
Mhm.
if we can provide that by just simply recording what we're talking about and it's a topic of value, then yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And are you doing like Facebook Lives, or is most of the stuff you're doing pre-recorded?
Yeah, I do Facebook Lives begrudgingly. There's a part of me that completely resists those, but
Yeah.
there's the other part of me absolutely embraces that because I
Hmm.
know and I recognize the power of the reach that Facebook still gives a live video.
Right.
So, yeah, I will take breaks from Facebook Live,
Hmm.
here and there when I'm in a more creative zone, using a lot of my creative energy for something else.
Yeah.
But I definitely like have to put it on my to-do list, like
Yeah.
get on a Facebook Live this week, this type
Right.
of stuff.
And I'm a little bit of a control freak. It's like, well, I want to control how it looks ultimately. So
Yeah,
sometimes you just have to give up that control and
totally.
go for it. So
It takes courage. I mean, if we talk about courage and overcoming fear, it's a version of public speaking where thousands of people theoretically will and can see you. So, of
yeah.
course, it's understandable people would have that sort of anxiety going into the
Mhm.
Facebook Live skill set.
Right. Now, did you use like the comedy stuff as sort of a defense mechanism when you were first on camera? Because that's how I did it when I first started to get on camera.
I don't think it was a defense mechanism per
Hmm.
se because it showed up really for me just as a part of and how I would coach in
Yeah.
skydiving. One of my most awesome best friends to this day, but one of my coaching mentors back in the day, Louis Shoney, the Jersey boy, by the
Hmm.
way. He's one of the most hilarious people I've ever known.
Hmm.
And he's also one of the most exceptional coaches I've ever known in
Hmm.
skydiving in particular. But because he's an educator, he's a professor,
Yeah.
so he did such a good job of integrating lightness and humor
Hmm.
into helping people receive a concept and be in an experience that is causing them stress. So
Right.
I do that now sort of very organically, I think,
Hmm.
because of so much exposure to him and then practicing that and being in my own
Yeah.
version of that style. So
Hmm.
not really would be my answer to
Yeah.
that.
Well, see, I did it like because I didn't like to be on camera, so I would do the costumes. I did
Gotcha.
like the really cheesy, like I did the Moses 10 Commandments, and I did the sound effects and the thunder and
Right. Which
but
is kind of fun to play with. You might as well experiment, right?
yeah, but and I like the way you're able to transition though between those kind of funny videos and the kind of off the cuff stuff. So great
Well,
job.
thank you. That's part of my brand though, is having that
Hmm.
balance, right? If I
Yep.
only had funny videos, I'm not a comedian, Like
Mhm.
respect and appreciate comedy and I'm all about it, but if I never did an insightful like let's talk about something serious video, then my brand would be unbalanced as well. And if
Yep.
I only posted skydiving videos, no one would know I was a life coach,
Hmm.
So it's sort of like I want a little bit of a balance of all of those elements.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job and set a great example. So thank you for
Thank
that. So where
you.
can folks find you if they want to learn more
Yes, people
about
can
the
find
badass
me if they
Melanie?
want to. Yeah, for life coaching, they're going to go to melaniecurtis.com. So
Hmm.
MELANIECURTIS.com. I have a podcast. It's called Trust the Journey Today, which is
Oh,
a
cool.
growth minded, spiritually seeking podcast with my cohort in professional skydiving. So that's
Hmm.
something I'm up to.
Nice.
Yeah, and just anyone can drop me a line directly if they'd rather be more of a private connection, which is mel@melaniecurtis.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we
Thank you,
appreciate your
Lou.
time. Hope to see you soon.